I haven't done an unboxing for ages, so let's get on with it because I'm excited. I've just got home. This arrived within 6 days from China to me here in the UK. I paid £44, which is 55 of your US dollars for this watch in here. Automatic dive watch. How good is it? We're going to find out now. Let's open it up. Usual Pelican style hard case. See on these kind of watches. Comes apparently, not joking, a 10-year warranty, but it's not even filled in. So I'd say that warranty is about as good as a chocolate teapot. So it's literally useless. This watch is so cheap, it's almost throwaway, but I'm hoping it's not junk. What we got here is a watch. I cannot believe how cheap this was. I mean, if it's working, I'll be impressed. So if it's all good, even better. If you've not seen a review of one of these watches before, I'm hoping just the unboxing alone will just show you what you can get for so little now if you time it right in the sales. I want to thank Honest Watch Reviews for giving a shout out for this piece, how cheap it was. I literally snapped up the last one at this price. I'm going to speed through the taking the stickers off because that's boring. First impressions are, I hate taking plastic off. I haven't done this for so long. But now that's done, let's have a look through and see what is possibly wrong with this watch, considering it was £44. Normally it's £80 to £100, so it was half price what was an already cheap watch. So bear that in mind. I have done a few videos on the steel dive version of this watch, and I've had an Addiesdive of this watch, and people love those videos. So I thought, at this price, it's one of the best watches you can get on AliExpress. I just think, what value for money you get for this specification. So first thing I'm going to check is the alignment of the bezel. It looks good, pretty good to me. Ever so slightly, probably half a mil off to the left. So that's well within tolerances. I've seen a lot worse. Let's see how the feel is. Not bad, quite stiff, but it feels tight. Sounds a little bit cheap and tinny. Probably aligns even better now I've done one full rotation, so that's good. Definitely good enough for this price point. Not a huge amount of grip. Let's see how good the crown is. I will actually put this on the time grapher, as I've got one. I can just see how good this movement is out the box. I'm going to fully wind it, and then I'll put it on the time grapher in a minute. Let's see how good all the action of the crown is in that. So that's the time adjust. Let's get it to 12 o'clock and see how the hands align. They look good to me. Let's get it to 6 o'clock and see how good it is. All lines up perfectly if you ask me. It's really good. And let's see how easy it is to do the date adjust. There's one more click for the date adjust. It's a little bit fiddly to get it to the date adjust mode. There we go. Yeah, it was a little bit fiddly to get the crown in the right position to do the date adjust. But the date looks like it's in the window okay. The window's probably, if I'm being really picky, is ever so slightly too small for the numbers on the date wheel. Screwing in action. Fiddly as always with this kind of case design, but screws in okay. Just looking as close as possible to see if there's any imperfections with regards to on the dial, anything regards to like all these indices they're applied, if they are straight, or is it anything that's wonky. I can't see any wonky ones. All looks good. They look like they're in the right place. Just looking under the crystal, can't see any imperfections. Crystal's flat in there. Sometimes they can be not seated in properly. End links, they seem to fit the case okay, as you can see. Sometimes they just don't fit very well. There's no play in there. These are solid end links. Let's check this one. It's all good. Bracelet, solid brushing all throughout. Push pins, polished sides, all looks good. Cheap press clasp, but I've got a clasp I know will fit this bracelet because I know the width of this part. I can swap it out for, so I can put a milled clasp on here for about £4. So these pressed ones are a bit cheap and it's a bit squeaky and cheap feeling, but I know just putting a milled one on is a nice upgrade for a few extra pounds. Decent brushing, it's all quite smooth. Contrast between the polished sides and the brushed top, it looks good. Brushing's okay, it's smooth enough. Very neat here. I mean, for this amount of money, it's ridiculous. And let's see how good the lume is. The lume is notoriously good on these watches. Let's see if this is as good as the others I've seen. I have not charged this up with a UV light, and immediately you can see how well this glows. So that is extremely good. They use really good lume on these watches, so even the lume's amazing. And I know it lasts really well, so when I do a proper review of this, we'll see how good the lume actually lasts for. So I will need to size this up for my wrist, but I'll just get this on loosely. This clasp does feel quite cheap, but it's perfectly acceptable considering how cheap this is. It wears really nicely on wrist because it's cushion style shape of the case. It's slim enough, it fits on the wrist nicely. I'll probably have to take quite a few links out. Look how much space there is. So if you've got a big wrist, you'll have no trouble getting this to fit you. Now before we go, I'm going to put this on the time grapher and let's see how good an NH35 thrown in this watch of this value is actually running. Time grapher, +2 seconds, dial up, still saying +2. So this is like the third position, still saying +2, it has not deviated at all. Oh, nope, it's gone up to +4. Fourth position, so in 4 different positions, straight out of the box, it's +2, +2, +4 and +8. That is totally acceptable. So there you have it. An amazing watch on initial impressions with that gorgeous dial. It's like a silvery sandy beach, but the sand underneath very, very clear water. That's the kind of look they've gone for here. It's very unique. There isn't a watch on the market other than this one with this design, with that type of dial for this price. So it's got that unique factor. It's not going to be faultless. I'm going to see how this does over time, but this is just literally first impressions. Have a quick look through and show you guys a genuine, honest watch bought by me with my own money, sent within 6 days, like I said, for such a small amount of cash. How good is it? First impressions, very good. Stick with me, subscribe if you want to see more, if you've not subscribed already, and we'll go into more details and check out all my other videos. I've done many more. So hopefully you've enjoyed this very quick, off the cuff unboxing. See you in the next one. Bye for now.